Tumbler or cup turners come in all shapes and sizes, all different kinds of designs. I bought this one on Amazon several years ago. It's a quad turner, so there are 2 arms on each side. And with a couple of adjustments, you can turn this tumbler turner into a multi-purpose machine that you can use to make all different kinds of beautiful things. Hi everyone, I'm Edwige. I'm a coastal magnolia and I live in coastal Florida where the ocean is my inspiration for my art and home decor. And in today's video, I want to show you how I made a few simple adjustments to my tumbler turner to transform these plain bamboo cooking spoons into beautiful works of art that you can use every day. So please enjoy this video. And if you like what you see and have learned something new, please do subscribe. So you might be wondering what I'm doing with this strange contraption, but this is a cup turner, a tumbler turner. And I bought this on Amazon. I've used it a lot. I've made a few tumblers, but I use it also for other things. I use it for the resin wine glasses that I make. I use it for Christmas ornaments. And then today I'm going to show you how I use it to embellish these bamboo cooking spoons. They're just plain bamboo cooking spoons and forks and spatulas that you can buy, you know, on Amazon, Walmart, whatever. I've tried a couple of different ways to attach the spoons onto the turner arm so that it spins freely and there's no binding and the spoons don't move around. And this is not pretty, but it flippin' works, okay? So bear with me. So let's deconstruct it. So this is a finished one. I'm gonna take it off the arm and it's on there. So I have 2 sizes of arms on my cup turner. I have a long arm for larger glasses and for what I'm gonna do today. And then I have some shorter arms that you'll see me use a lot. But I did modify mine so that I could do some, not really quick change, but it's just PVC pipe fittings that allow me to, you know, screw them on and off. So that's what this is. And so I'm gonna deconstruct the attachment. Okay, so we need a way, let's not use that one. We need a way to put the spoons on here. Whoopsies. We need a way to put the spoons on here that will secure them, okay? So this is just a plastic yogurt tub. It's obviously empty. And I save all of these because in a craft room, you can always use a yogurt tub for mixing paint or whatever. I had tried a few different ways of putting the pool noodle on and then taking the spoons directly on the pool noodle and using a rubber band to put them on, and they just flopped around all over the place. It needed to stay like really secure on there, obviously. So I came up with an idea of kind of sandwiching the spoon. So then I came up with an idea of using this yogurt tub along with the pool noodle inside and then sandwiching the spoons inside. And this so far has worked out really well. So there's a hole cut in the bottom of the tub, and then the pool noodle has a hole already in it. And these, I think I got at Walmart or some store. And then I have found that 4 of these works out the best. Well, they fit. Like at the bottom, you don't want the tops touching, but then at the bottom, there's no room for any more. So these fit in here pretty securely, but then I took an older pool noodle that had already been cut up for other projects, and I just sort of squish them in there to tighten up the spoons and to tighten up that circle a little bit. And you just sort of squish them in there. It's not scientific at all. I feel like I need a little one in there. Let me get this one out. All right. So that is the simple construction of this. And then, oops, I almost put it that way. We don't want that way. So I'm just gonna kind of squish it in there. Okay, my spoons are pretty good. It's not level, but the cup's not level either. And I could probably elevate the turner itself. Yeah, that one's good. So sure. This one's definitely a Dollar Tree pool noodle. It's a smaller one, but man, I love these things. All right, I'm gonna cut this one a little bit. All right, nice and secure in there. All right, that should work. Don't want them touching. Yeah, that should work. I think I am gonna elevate a little bit so that the spoons themselves are more level. This ruler, that looks pretty good. We are going to use the KSRESIN Liquidy Split. This is the fast set. Pretty purple glove. So I've gotten these silicone cups on Amazon so that I can use them over and over. The markings on here are not great, so I just take a Sharpie and I mark them because you do want to mix exactly. And so I'm going to mix 40 milliliters. Mix my resin. I'm gonna turn my cup turner on. That one may touch, so just adjust there. And I'm gonna do, I think on this one, on this side, I'm going to do my homemade alcohol ink mixture. This bottle has aqua mica powder and alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. This one has gold mica powder with isopropyl alcohol, and this one has the super pretty turquoise, KSRESIN turquoise liquid resin ink with alcohol. And then on this one, I'm going to do mica powders mixed with resin. I've got the aqua in one cup and the teal blue in another cup, and then I think I'm gonna mix white. It's a little messy. We're just putting on a good layer on each one. And this is why it gets messy. I mean, there's really honestly no other good way to do it. It's gonna get messy, the resin's gonna drip a little bit, but you wanna make sure to get good coverage. I should have taped them off a little bit right here, but I can always sand the resin off later. But honestly, it hasn't been a problem so far. You can use these to cook with. I cook with mine. Never had a problem with it. And here. I am gonna prime, I'm gonna put a little bit of clear just to prime the wood. And then I'll put my colored resin on here. Out. Just want to prime that surface. It's just like if you were greasing a pan before you bake brownies. All right, and then I'm a little bit of leftover in this cup. I'm going to put some white. Don't need much white. Got my white. All right, so I've got my cup with the aqua. And I've got my cup with the super pretty turquoise blue, but I think I'm going to start with these, and this is the one where I'm putting the alcohol ink directly on. So I'm going to start with I think the blue. This is just a needle dropper. And I've not tried this before on the spoons. So I'm just dropping just like you would on a tumbler or glass. Holy moly, I like it. Liking it. Don't want to miss the back. Ooh, probably should put something on my table, but you can see it's already messy anyway. Oh my gosh, I am loving this so much. Holy schmoly. Okay, oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Look at this. Ooh, a little bit too much there. Oh, I need to put something under there. Well, it's too late now. It's okay. This is messy. I need to put a paper towel. I need to put a paper towel under this mess. Okay, gold. Probably is going to end up taking over. So let's just be careful with the gold. Just digging this, man. Digging it. Wow. Okay, I like that. I like this a lot. It's a lot more translucent than I think I normally would do. The gold's not really showing up. Oh, there are a couple of really cool spots on there. All right, so let's move on to, ooh, that's gonna touch. All right, so let's move on to these guys, and it's basically the same. You just put a little bit of resin on each one. And I think the more random it is, the more interesting it is, for sure. And it really does help. Ooh, that's gonna touch. It really does help to prime the surface first before you put your color on. I think it just helps the resin move a little bit more. It just helps it flow. Yeah, those are touching. That's okay. I think that's okay. I think the aqua, I'm gonna drizzle it. My work surface is already messy, so I'm not super worried about it. Sometimes I will get a scraper, like a palette, I guess not a palette knife, but a like a putty knife, and I'll scrape some of the paint skins and the resin skins. This one needs help. I'm gonna stab it. Yeah. See, I think I like the resin, the colored resin version better than the alcohol ink, but I've never tried the alcohol ink, so I wanted to try it. I'm glad I did. I think maybe if, I'm getting some cool cells though in there, really cool cells. I think maybe if I had used a base color of resin first, like maybe the turquoise, it would have turned out a little bit better. The colors would have shown up better, but no, it turned out okay. And I think I'm just going to use my finger for the rest and get them on there in spots that maybe I've missed. They're going to swirl together and they're going to create really neat effects. I think I'm just going to take the rest of this aqua and just really randomly put it on these other ones. This teal, turquoise, not teal, this is turquoise. Ooh, there's a spot, there we go. And then I do have the white still, and there's not very much of it, so I'm just going to make sure we've got a couple of spots of white on each one of these. This just adds that contrast. I'm making a mess. That is good, good, good. Oh, see, it's dripping on one of these spoons, so that's good. They drip on each other. Ooh! All right, digging that. Look at that, it's so cool. Okay. That is resin. I'm going to take my gloves off. I got my heat gun. Low heat, high air, hot bubbles. I'm going to heat up the resin too and just create some good flow. All the heat gun I'm gonna do, and then I'm just gonna let these turn for probably about an hour, and then I'm gonna come back and put some embellishments on them at the tops. Look at that little swirl, super cute, super cute. Let's see if I can get closed up. That. Oh my gosh. Put my little charms on. And the resin is set up. You know, it's been setting for about 30 minutes, I think, so the resin is set up enough where these charms will stick. And I'm just putting a starfish on each one, and then I'll go back and put a turtle or two. I have an extra starfish. I'll put on this one. Whoopsies. That one might fall off. It's gonna fall off. They're running a little bit, but I think they'll be okay. And I'm just gonna use all turtles on these. Got one already on that one. I knew that was gonna fall off. Let's put in, that's not gonna stick. Let's just do it. Put some extra resin on the back, and that'll help it stick. Leaning them up. About out of that one anyway. Let's just put more turtles on a few of them. And here are the cooking spoons, all finished. Look how cute these are. These turned out really well. So this was the set that was just the clear resin first, and then I dropped the alcohol inks on, and then I think I ended up putting some of the leftover colored resin on them in some spots, but these turned out really good, really good. I really like them. These sell really well in my booth. These sell really well in my booth, so I always have some. I like these better though. I like, you know, using the homemade alcohol inks was a good experience. It was a good experiment too, but I think I really like the colored resin better. Although I may want to do some with the gold, and I could do a combination, but no, I really like these. These came out really nice. Yeah, these came out really nice, and you know this worked out really well too. The way of attaching them to the turner arm. Don't be afraid to experiment with your cup turner. You don't need to only make tumblers. You can use your cup turner for a lot of different things. Don't be afraid to experiment. I